see that? Did you see that? I did it. In our country, it's Jaipur. We call it the Pink City. So you can just add that to the synonym of that particular name or value ID. So that is what I want to explain. We'd be covering entity resolution today, and that's quite of a confusing topic. That is what I feel. Hey everyone, this is Sohini from Dabble, and today we finally arrived at our 10th episode, and I can't tell you how happy I am. And hi Praveen, thanks for joining. And the previous video that you just saw was just a kind of compilation that I could create for you all as oh my god, I can't believe this is the last episode. But yeah, of course, it's just you gotta just do stuff, and yeah, you gotta do stuff. So I had to do stuff, so that was the reason. Anyway, so how are you all, and what's up? I want to know if my audio, if my video, and if everything is fine, because I'm not quite sure. Is the audio good today? I don't want to have it like the other day. Hi Brito, thanks for joining. And I want to make this episode really special, so I would just wait for another minute and just wait if anyone else will be joining. Hi Chuck, hi. Great, I'm so happy everything's good. Alrighty, so now let's boom. Okay, so for this episode, I'll be talking about APL for audio. Audio has always been my favorite topic when talking about Alexa skills. In the entire world of Alexa, audio is the best thing that has happened, and since audio is the best, I think audio has had the most of hassle in Alexa. If I'm not wrong, I think if you've used audio in your Alexa, only you'd know that what a hassle it is, because audio has got so many rules and regulations. You gotta take care of this, you gotta take care of that, and it never ends. So, and things keep changing. Previously we just used to add an audio using our personal AWS S3 bucket, and now we have the the hosted S3 bucket. And again, for that you need to sign your URL in such a way that, but again, it has got a pretty good functionality that your audio URL is not public. So if your audio URL is not public, it's safe and nobody else can use that. So that's one good way when you were giving away a demo or you're trying to explain stuff to someone out there. So it's one good way, because you won't be incurred any kind of charge for it, because even if you are charged, it would be only as per your usage. Yeah. Hi Shubham. Yeah, Shubham says audio is great. Cool. I'm glad that everything's fine so far today, because my OBS is running a lot of stuff today. We had so many videos. Yeah. So today we do the APL for audio, and okay, let me just put this to full screen mode so that it's visible. Great. So now I think you quite know what the APL is. So APL is simply, in simple terms, it's the Alexa presentation language. And this was built basically for the benefit of Echo Show devices. So if you wanted to have some visual experience, then in Alexa, through Alexa, then this would have been made possible using the APL interface. So just like we had the audio player interface the other day, so APL is just another interface. So using this, you can have video elements, you can have all the visual effects in your Echo Show. So you code it in your skill in such a way that you have some, visual interactions and experience. Sorry. So that is pretty much it, and it just, and when you talk about just the code or developing it, then a couple of things that are important is just the payloader and the what else, the data source, about what you want to put into your data source, the information, and what it would be, what you would want to see in your Echo Show. So that is what you put inside of your data source, which is included inside of your payload, and which is part of your directive. So this directive is pretty important in an APL interface. I think directives are present everywhere in all the interfaces, because directives that is what you return to users when they are requesting output from you through Alexa. So that's, I'm not sure if I could, I just went through the, overview. So the next thing is components of the APL for audio. So when you see audios, mixers, selectors, sequencers, silence, and speech. So have you ever tried some DJ stuff, or have you ever tried some music mixing, or cool stuff. I've tried. I remember when I was in class 8 or 7, there was this software called Virtual DJ. I don't know if you know that. So it just got, it's a software which just got just these 2 discs on both the sides of your software. And you can just, mix audio and just, I don't know what, I did a lot of things. I don't remember. I was so tiny. Because I've always kept interest in music. I love music. I'm a great fan. So the reason I related to that is, so kind of we used to do stuff in there like increasing the volume. So those are filters. So I'll come to filters, but before, let's talk about the components. So when I say mixer, it's like mixing 2 audios at the same time. Like I want some music to play on one side, and that is what I used to do in that software, and a person speaking on the other side, like, hey, I am the DJ today, welcome to something blah blah blah, and there's some music playing on the background. So these things was what I used to do when I was a kid in 7th standard. Now, do not underestimate me. I was crazy. I loved dabbling around softwares. So that is what you can do in Alexa now, which we primarily do in softwares like Audacity or any music studio software. And hopefully there'd be a time when I think there'd be more kind of components, filters in this. Like if you were using 2 audios at the same time in your Alexa skills. That's my vision. That is what I'm looking forward to, is I want to have filters like echo, amplify, and maybe reverb, all kind of filters in my, mixer in the future. And I think someone at Amazon's gonna do that, or maybe someone's gotta do that, and I'm just looking forward to it, because anything about Alexa and that involves audio kind of intimidates me on a serious note. So that is what mixer does. Then we have selector with sequencer. So sequencer is gonna go one after the other, just like you go through iterating through an array. So that's how it works. So through silence, you can silence it, and through speech, these could be Sesamals, outputs. So you could have some statements inside of codes, and you could have them, going one after the other. So I think that doesn't make quite a lot of sense, because anyway you can just do output speech with or without the APL for audio. So I think the main component here in this entire APL for audio thing that kind of interests me is the mixer, because I love it. So I'll give a demo of that today. And then is multi-child components. So when we talk about multi-child components, I think mixer and sequencer are the two. Are the two components. So through a mixer, I told you can mix audios simultaneously, and they would produce great outputs, like some professional, like some studio stuff happening. So let's talk about some use cases when we speak about mixer. So maybe you want to have let's say, you want to have a song of the day skill, or you want to have a great radio skill. So now, just if you imagine about it this way. This just came in my mind randomly right now, is you want a podcast that generates only music, and you want to have a kind of speech in it. Like, say, an audio plays every day in your Alexa skill, but you want some language, some speech in it. You want to say that this is in your own voice or in someone's recorded voice, and you want to have that happening at the same time. Not like let's say your speech output would say, "Welcome to my podcast, and we are running on episode number 4, and today is gonna be fun because we have this amazing music playing on the background." So if that is what is gonna be your dialogue for today, tomorrow you want to say something else, but it's a recorded, it's an audio, it's not what you have written, and in the background the music just starts to play. So I think that's a great example of mixer. So you can have these two together, and every day you can have your own personalized voice recording, be it yours or someone else's, with the music playing in the background that you want to actually have people to hear out. So that is the other thing. And I told you about sequencer. So I think mixer is what again fascinates me, and sequencer is again just okay, fine, it's just one after the other. That's not enough. Everything's got their own functionality, but I love mixer. I'm obsessed. So now let's talk about filters. So I was speaking about filters. So these are quite of the filters, the built-in filters that we have right now. And as I said, I was speaking about echo or something else someday. So these filters, you can use these filters on the background clip or any of your clips. And you can maybe put the volume down, you can raise the volume up, and you can just do it as and when you wish to have. So these are a couple of functionalities that you have inside a filter. You can see them, and this was taken from the official Amazon Alexa's documentation. If you're quite more interested in it, you can visit this or just type in Alexa presentation language for audio, or just APL for audio in Google. Or maybe I will just paste this link for you on the chats, I think. But for that, oh shoot. What's happening with my Canva today? Okay, anyway, I will do that by the end of the stream. Next comes the most important part of your audio. So when you're talking about audio, make sure that your audio is formatted quite correctly, else you'd fail to have it in your Alexa skill. So if your audio is not formatted as per SESAML standard protocols, then your Alexa skill will fail to kind of recognize it. So I just made, I was imagining. So I just thought about this. So I made in my repo, I have all these rules written clearly. So let's take a look at the rules. So you can do this formatting using Audacity and FFmpeg. So I prefer Audacity because it's just a software. You don't need to type in a lot of commands. Just put the audio in there and go through buttons and options and just mix your audio. So in order to have any of your audio formatted in Audacity, make sure that it is a MP3 file, because Audacity has a very extreme and amazing kind of feature, or whatever you say, that it wouldn't accept any other audio file apart from MP3. And even if you want that, you need to download the FFmpeg plugin for Audacity. So that can be done through there are a lot of plugins, I think LDAPSA kind of plugins. I don't know much about it, but yeah, you gotta have this in head. So that's number one. Number two is your audio shouldn't be more than 240 seconds. I'm sorry I haven't stated it anywhere on the slide, but I should have done that. Else it will not play on Alexa, because Alexa would not play an audio which exceeds time limit more than 240 seconds. So it should be less than equals that. And these are the steps that you need to use to format your audio for Alexa using Audacity. You can do the same using FFmpeg, and as I said, it's a burden. You gotta install FFmpeg, then check it if it's installed correctly in your terminal. And then you have to write all these lines of code, convert your audio to the required, So these are just the filters like version 2, codec, and the true peak value shouldn't be -2 dBFS, and here the codec version should be MPEG version 2, bitrate 48 kbps as usual, and the project rate should be 16,000 Hz. This is the project rate, and this one is the quality. The quality of the audio should be 48 kbps. And the sample rate, as you see, could have these two, 24,000 Hz or 16,000 Hz. So you gotta make sure that you use them wisely. Praveen says so many features in Audacity. Yeah, so many features. Audio is just a huge thing in Alexa. I personally feel that. I don't know about you. How many of you have actually used audio for Alexa? Can you let me know in the chats below? I would love to know. Alright. Let's do some demo. It's demo time. So now let us first get an audio converted, and let's see how that works. So I'm gonna find it. That is Audacity. This one is disturbing my mouse. Just a moment. Yeah. Okay, so now once you install Audacity, it's gonna look like this. If you're wondering where to install Audacity from, it's pretty simple. You can go to audacityteam.org in here, and there's this CAPTCHA thing, and you just gotta select on the boat. I hate CAPTCHA. I hate it. It just irritates me so much. I know I'm a human being, and someone should know that probably. Okay, so this is how it looks like. If it's too small, maybe I just enlarge it. So this is Audacity. You can download it from here. It's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Once you click on download Audacity, it's gonna redirect you to another page, and from there you'd get options, so you can download it from whatever operating system you use. And you can do that same for FFmpeg. You can download it from this ffmpeg.org/download.html. Now if you are looking for a better explanation of this, you can navigate to GitHub and maybe go to Dabble Alexa with Sohini, this repo, and then you go to Alexa skill that using audio. You can use these two for your reference. We have done this because we have done this before when we were talking about the hosted S3. What was that? Audio that get hosted from your hosted S3 bucket. So that's it. And once you go to this, then you can just download the built from here as per your operating system, and then you gotta verify it in your terminal. And once you've done that, you can just use your input mp3 and convert it. So now I'm gonna do a small demo of it. So let's say for this audio, I'm gonna just put it in here. Just a moment, let me hear it. Let me hear some music. Oh, it's playing in there. That's bad. Shouldn't be playing in there. Anyway. Okay, so now I'm gonna convert it. Okay, so this would be, so here you see the project rate. I'm not sure if it's visible. Let me make it a full screen. So the project rate you see in here, we need to basically change this to 16,000 hertz. So from 4100 we'll just turn it to 16,000 hertz in here, and then we just go to file and go to export and export as mp3, and then we would say input test. Let's say this would be my name of mp3 file dot mp3, and I would keep it on the desktop with the file type mp3, and the bitrate should be constant as you see it in here, and the quality should be 48 kbps, and then I hit on save and okay. So that's it. That's it. We've converted it. Now let's exit. Yes. No. Okay. No. What did I do? Cancel. No. So this is my ready to be used fully functional audio for Alexa. So that is one. Now let us go to another thing that I wanted to teach you today if we have time. I'm not sure if you've ever used Polly. That is a AWS service as well. So Polly has got various voices, so you can use Polly to just write something, transcribe it, and then Polly's gonna read it out for you. So it's like text to speech, TTS. So once that is done, then you can use that as well in your Alexa skill. So we will do Polly, but first let us get our skill started. So now once you go to your Google Chrome, so this is the developer console. Now if you're building along with me, just you have to go to my GitHub repo. I'm gonna select this Command C. I'm very happy today, but I shouldn't say this. Just in case my school fails to work today, I'm not gonna be happy today. Okay, so I'm gonna just copy this and then go to my developer console, make it bigger. Let's do a refresh, and I'm gonna move this. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to create skill, and is it visible? I hope it is. If it is not, let me know. So let's say APL a demo. And I don't know why, but I've seen this for the last couple of days that the full language has become English UK. I don't know what on earth has happened. Is it same for you? I mean, of course you can change it from here, but usually it's English US. For some reason it's English UK. That's strange and funny. Now I'm gonna do maybe, English US, and then I go to custom and let it be Alexa hosted Node.js. So I'm then gonna go to create skill. Cool. So now instead of just selecting any of this, I'm gonna go to this one, import skill, and I'm gonna paste my repo and import it. Come on, don't give me errors. I wanted to sip some water, but I don't see water in here. Anyways, by the time this happens, tell me, how is it going for you? Are your vacations already on? Have they started? Are you having any questions regarding my stream today? Any thoughts or comments? Anything? You can let me know. And how are you celebrating Christmas? Let me know that as well. Okay, so this just takes some time for getting set up because it compiles a lot of things. So just we'll wait for another few seconds and then we can get ahead with this. Hi Giant, you can call me Sohini. Thanks for joining. Okay, so this will take some time. And once it is done, then the magic's gonna begin. We'll do some DJ today. DJ stuff. So I have Gabby's voice as well today. I'm not sure how many of you have seen our tutorials. So we have a voice of Gabby in a couple of tutorials where Gabby speaks. So I have Gabby's voice today and I will use that in our skill. Let's make it fun before Christmas. So yeah. Let's just wait for another few seconds. On the other note, if you really like the content that we share and that comes up on my streams every Friday, Indian Fridays, and UK and US's Thursdays, maybe, or Saturdays, you can just go to my repo in here and just hit a star. This repo consists of all the steps. This is the template that I just created this week. So you can use this, and if you like this, you can hit a star. And apart from that, if you want to access all the content for all the episodes that I've done so far, you can go to this and hit a star on my repo. And this repository will help you. And if you are facing issues and you don't understand anything, you have the discussion section in here. You can open a discussion and I will answer your question, and the team will as well. We all will do that, and let's build this great community. So yeah, let's see how far it is. Cool, great. So it is imported. The skill is imported in my developer console. So now let us go to let us check if this is, yeah, everything's fine. Now let's go to the code. Okay, so this is the launch request handler. So this is where I have kept the audio. So I had to maybe write in here your audio in here like a proper template. I forgot to change it. So this is the directive. Not this, actually. This is the directive that I was talking about. So you gotta return. So whenever someone is using this template, or whenever someone is using your what is it called? Someone is using APL for audio or any kind of interface, basically. So you return all the responses using a directive. And a directive is what basically decides what is going to come up inside of your device, the Ikasha device, in terms of visual experience and in terms of audio experience. When I speak about Alexa presentation language. So previously we just had Alexa presentation language itself only for visual effects, but now we have it for audio with all these amazing functionalities. So without wasting any more time, I think we are already running 30 minutes today. Yes, so now let's get ahead with the demo. So this template has got this thing, and this is the directive that I've just added. So usually what you can do is create a separate file that is main.json, and inside of this you can push everything. So and your Alexa skill will, just map out everything inside of your directive and then display this in your Alexa skill. And so what I've done is I've directly returned everything inside of this add directive in here. And as you see this part, so this is the type of the directive that I have, and this one, if you want to have a very in-depth knowledge of this, you can go to the Alexa documents official Amazon Alexa documentation site where you can find more about this. But specifically to get this to work, you need this, and you select the versions. The version keeps on changing, so make sure you keep it updated. And the type would not be just APL, it's gonna be APLA because it uses audio and all the filters. So these are the items. So the first one that says code. So when okay, let me just make you hear this. Where to go? One moment. So the code that I've kept, so basically I've kept just two audios. Where is it? Just a moment. Let's go to assets and let's go to code 1. Sure, this.
All our dreams can come true if to pursue them, by Walt Disney.
Sorry for the noise. Okay, so this one is the code that you just heard. Yeah, 246. That's the point. FJ Risco. Yes, I think your audio didn't play someday or sometime. That's why I just said that. Yeah, 240 seconds is the limit for audio, sadly. Risco. But that's the bitter truth. Okay, so the audio that you just heard was just a quotation, and I built that I extracted that from the Polly, AWS Polly, so we'd go through that as well. So in my skill, I have used the code in the first place, and in the background, I just used Slim music. So let me just do a testing of this. I don't think I need to deploy it, do I? Let me just try it. This might give me an error.
This is a demo explaining APL for audio by Dabble Lab.
Oh, it will not return a music. The reason is 1 second. Let me open the code tab. Yeah, so basically what you're gonna do is, if you see the media folder in here, this is where you need to push the audios. So I haven't just pushed the audios and I started to play it. How silly and foolish I am. So I will just open this. So this is it. And then what I'm gonna do is upload the assets. Let's go to APL template, and I will go to assets, and then I will just let's say I will put a Gabby and this music, or the music that we just converted. So let's put in Gabby. Okay. And we converted an audio right now. So where to go? Yeah, this one. Okay, so this is the audio that we just converted. This is a music, and this is the voice of Gabby. So now I'm gonna upload it. This will take some seconds. Why? But why? Okay, let me just do let me go to media. This isn't supposed to happen, but a lot of things happen that are not supposed to happen. Let's try doing it again. Okay, let's check the details below. You don't have permission to access files and folders. Was this inside of the media folder? Okay, so now this is new. This never happened. And why wouldn't I? Maybe I just give it a try with my separate account. Okay, yeah, maybe this is because of the permissions. You never know. what it is. Let me just give one more try, and then I can just shift to, let's just give one more try. Okay, so now let us check what's going on. So now let me just try to push this and check what is happening. Okay. Yeah, so it's just failing for some reason. So maybe I just give it a try with the other account. This can be because of account permissions. Or if you're trying out the same thing with me, can you let me know if you're facing the same issue? Hi, Startup Sanatan and Coders Field. Hola. So let's just go back to our skill section. Maybe just get out of this account and just do it with the other account. Okay, now let's give it a try. I think I have it already in here. Let's see what the case is in here. So let's go to code. This is let's go to media. Okay, we have some objects already in here. That is what I did when I was trying to test it out. Let me just try inserting another new audio in here. Yes, success. So this got uploaded. So I think I don't know, maybe it was just because of permissions, maybe because that's my work account, maybe permissions are set up in a different way, or maybe I just messed up stuff, so that doesn't really matter. I think 1 second. Okay, so now we can just maybe do the other audio. We'll just push the one that we just we formatted. So I pushed in Gabby. Now I'll just do the test MP3. Oops. Okay. Well, I just gotta, yeah, go to here. Okay, so let's wait for the time this gets uploaded. This is fun. I'm gonna be using this for today. So I think we have just inserted the 2 audio files, and we can just go back to our media folder, and now I have 4 MP3s in here, which are well formatted, except for Gabby.mp3, because this one is what I took from Polly, and when you download anything from Polly, it's already formatted, you know, in the XML pattern. You don't need to kind of modify it using Audacity or FFmpeg. So now if you go to your developer console, Chuck says it is permission issue with the, yeah, I mean, hosted skills has got so many issues. You never know. I mean, it's new every day. I mean, something for you today, something, I mean, the same for someone tomorrow. So yeah. 2 different accounts. So now I'm gonna go to the Alexa developer console, and what I've done is I have kept the 2 files inside of these 2 constants. Coders Field asks, are you Indian? Yes, I'm Indian. Any good APIs where can I get MP3 song to avoid copyright? I will tell that to you just a moment before I finish this. So now it's there inside of our media folder. So this is signed in such a manner, I think in my previous stream when I discussed about the Alexa hosted S3 utility. I spoke about how you can sign your audio that is inside of your media folder and then use it inside of your skill. So now if you go to this part, so instead of this, I will just do, what was it? Input test .mp3, and instead of code, I'm gonna do Gabby.mp3, and let me just deploy it. This is gonna be fun. So I just spoke about Gabby, and then this one is just inside of my directive, this and this, and this is the filter. So I'll talk about the code once it's up and running. So let's just test it at once, and let me just give you a idea about how this works. It's demo APL. It's already
This is a demo explaining APL for audio by Dabble Lab.
Hi, this is Gabby from Dabble Lab. Nice to meet you. I hope you like the background music.
So that was Gabby from Dabble Lab. So hey, Prathamesh. Oh my god. I mean, trust me, this was my last episode, and your message made my day. Thank you so much for the compliment. I mean, this is amazing. Amazing, amazing. And congratulations on the win. And I really hope that the content helps you. And I'm glad that you won it. I mean, that's amazing. Kind of makes me feel so good right now. But okay, I will do the enjoyment later. Let me just finish the stream now. So yeah, so that was Gabby. So do you like Gabby's voice? I like hers. So I will tell you what's the secret of that. I will teach you trying out the AWS Polly today. That is amazing. So let's take a look at the code now. See if you just enlarge it. So now if you go in here, so I just created a constants which consists of the signed audio. So you can basically have inside of your media folder, you can have either audio or you can have your image for it. Now there's one trick in here. You can use GitHub. So you can just put in your audios in your GitHub, and you can host it from there to here. So you just make it raw in GitHub. Suppose you've updated a picture and you want to use that picture in here, so just use the raw URL of GitHub, and that works as an API. So you can use that for an audio or anything in your Alexa skill. So I think we did that as well when we were doing the remote API stream. So now when you go to the directives, so I explained about this. So this is the mixer component. So this is the component. I was speaking of mixer, sequencer, and all the other things. So this is the component, and inside we have these items. So these are the two audios that I've kept sequentially, and this is the background music, which has a filter, and the type of filter is volume with an amount of 20%. So when you set it to 40, 50, 30, then it's gonna project that volume or level of sound. So I hope that makes sense. And apart from this, there's nothing else in this skill. So this is just a basic demo to make you understand the use case of APL for audio. Now let's take a look at something else as well. So if you go to this part, you can learn about this more, and you can they have a separate kind of testing console. So when you go to multimodal responses from your developer consoles build section in here, you have two options, two types of full response. So you can create audio and visual. So you go to audio and create audio response. So there is a demo that is created already. So this explains all the components that I was talking about. So now what has happened is the mixer is mixing the sequencer and these two SSML, I mean the speech. So what happens in this is, I mean, this is what Polly actually does. So when you download an audio from Polly, it's basically SSML. So let's take a preview of this. I want to hear it.
Hello, this sample demonstrates how to mix audio, bind data, use conditional expressions, sequence speech components, and incorporate SSML tags into the audio response. Click the data icon on the left side of the screen and add your name to the dataset to see how it changes the first line of this response.
Okay, so now let's do some understanding if you're not clear in here. So this is the background audio that plays for the entire thing that's inside of. So the mixer is creating just, you know, inside of the items it just got the sequencer selector, and outside it's just got this background music, and it's contained of all these elements together. So I haven't included everything in my template because it's already available in here, and you can just kind of use whatever you need. You don't need to do everything. So it depends on the type of skill that you're building, because this is essential. I mean, this is so helpful. When you build a skill, this APL for audio is going to do lots of goods for you. So this payload.user.name, if you go to the data part inside of this, if you just put in some name, then it's going to call out that name in here. So payload is used to bind data with your directive in terms of what you're trying to, you know, display or project in your viewport, in your echo show, or you want to project any audio response or audio experience. So that is what it is in here. So now let's take a quick look at Polly, because I wanted to discuss Polly today. So AWS, let's make a quick sign in, and I'm so hungry today. I forgot to have some snacks in the evening today. I forgot, so I'm hungry now. Now let's go to Amazon Polly, or maybe you can just type in here, just Polly. You know, you can get it from here as well. So we go to Polly, and once you go to Polly, what? Why? What's wrong with my Amazon Web Services account today? I'm gonna kill everyone. No, of course, no offense, that wasn't a threat. That was just a joke. I know what's wrong. Let's give it another try. Or do I need to do it from some other account again? What? Why is this happening? Okay. I don't know why things happen on the stream with me. I just don't understand. Okay, anyway, I will just do that with another account, just to give you a demo if that's the account issue, because it gives me the permission error. Or is it because it's is it because of the, let me check, wait. This shouldn't be because of this but of course I shouldn't be restricted from a certain permission. Okay, now I don't have so much time to debug this, but let me just do something. I will sign into the console. With different credentials, so that can make some sense. Yeah, maybe. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, so are we clear with this AWS is it so that I'm logged in as hosted services account? That's okay. IAM, yeah, if I start checking IAM now, it's gonna take a long time, and I don't want to spend an hour for that. So what I'm gonna do is just, I hope the skill is quite clear, because this is nothing too much for this. I told you. So about the skill, we learned about how to format audio for Alexa using Audacity or FFmpeg. Then we learned how to use that in our template. Then we learned all the components. We learned about multi-child components, and we learned about several examples that we could use and the ways we can build great skills, and we can maybe leverage this basic template to build something robust out there. And as Prathamesh said that he won a hackathon, maybe you can just build a skill, and you can win hackathons, you can do great things, you can do projects, and you can just do amazing things that I can never imagine of. Okay, so now let's do something. So since we're clear with this, the skill and stuff, let us just come out of it. Let us reload it, and let's go to, please give me a sign-in prompt. Yeah, good. So now let me try doing it. It should work. So now let's go to Polly. See, Polly worked. So yeah, I think Chuck gives the answer to this. This is because I was logged in as the hosted services account, so that was the problem. So now you can just write in plain text in here and listen to the speech. Cool. And the other thing is, you can just go to Sesamo. So with the Sesamo, you can have tags like break and a lot of stuff. So then what you can do, you can just kind of modify its voice using Amazon effects, friendly effects. So they have so many things. You can just read their documentation about how you can modulate their voice in a friendly tone, or you can make them whisper, and there are so many things. So you can listen to this. It has got different voice. And then you can download this MP3 and you can directly use it in your Alexa skill, because this is already SSML checked. It is built in such a way that you can directly use this in your Alexa skill. So that was what I wanted to talk about, Polly, today. So I think we have done a lot of demos, we've done a lot of things today, and let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how you liked today's content, if that was helpful, if that was informative. And that's all for the skill today that I wanted to talk about. You can, if you really want to follow us about what we're doing, you can just follow us on Twitter with this tag, and LinkedIn and in Facebook as well. If you have questions for me, you can reach out to me on Twitter. And yeah, now it's time that I just maybe just do some talking. Okay, so I think I wanted to thank you all. So this is my last episode for the season, and then it's gonna be holidays. So before I would end today's stream, I wanted to thank you all sincerely for viewing me. And I wanted to thank you all sincerely for contributing with me and always being there with me. And the one thing that I always think about before streaming is the motivation that you give to me. That really makes me happy. So thanks, Shubham. Thanks, Chuck. Yeah, I mean, that is my passion. And thanks, Startup Sanatan. And yeah, happy holidays. So, and yeah, I mean, I feel great that I have this place where I can deliver stuff. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. And if you have any ideas or you have any thoughts, you can always tweet to us in the Dabble Labs Twitter. And you can reach out to us on LinkedIn, and you can reach out to us on YouTube as well. If you really like today's episode, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and that would be great. So that's all for today, and I wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year as well. So I will come back shortly, maybe in the next season very soon. Till then, have fun and spend some great time.